Well, it's anyways a lot of buzzwords that we play around with. Usually whenever we started, we were always challenged by people or questioned by people, how are you actually adding or bringing this big data, analytics, visualizations, all this technology into logistics, which is a very traditional field and it's not yet penetrated by technology. This is when we started. This is how the whole idea came. While we were in the US, me and my co-founder Manisha Raisinghani, both of us were working for large logistics players like FedEx, UPS, SICK Automation, and they were spending millions of dollars on route optimization, big data, analytics, visualization, and those kind of things. We always wonder, how these companies are spending millions of dollars. What are other companies doing? So we actually went ahead and did a market research, talked to a lot of large companies, key executives there. We found out that, especially in emerging markets, these companies don't really spend a lot on technology or in sophisticated tools like big data or analytics. And it turns out they actually end up spending more by not using such tools and technologies. And that's how we started bringing big data to this. Typically, a 1,000 crore company in terms of revenue in India would be spending about 5 to 10% of their revenue into tools like enterprise softwares for big data, automation, and those kind of things. We had them save a total of 17 to 18% of their overall revenue just by using the solutions that we provide. For example, big data is something that optimizes routes. For example, if you're going from your place to your office and your Google suggests you a better route, it actually saves you cost by fuel, by time, and so on. That's very similar to what we do for logistics. We have multiple data collection mediums. When I say data collection mediums, it's GPS sensor, RFID sensors, mobile applications on a delivery boys, mobile phones, and so on. We collect these location data, we process this, and we tell the company that this is the shortest route to be followed, this is where the traffic is, this is the cheapest air cargo route to be followed. In your line haul segment from Bhiwandi to Gurgaon, this is the easiest co-loader to work with, and so on. So in fact, we are trying to be a Google for logistics. We bring this factor into the tracking part, which is real time. When I say real time, we actually give you updates of every single minute on where your shipments are. So essentially, we connect all the shipments to the internet and we keep on following up with every single shipment on where the shipments are. So now it's no longer a reactive technology where you have to go and scan something to know where they are. Now the package itself tells you that this is where I am every single minute. The aha moment came out of frustration. When we were there, we were working with MNCs and all, with a lot like all our classmates when we graduated. We saw a lot of organized logistics there. When we actually moved back to India, we felt that logistics is always considered a very unorganized, chaotic activity. It's heavy cost-heavy activity. Typically, developing countries spend 13% of their GDP on logistics, while developed nations like US and UK, they spend about 8 to 10% of their GDP on logistics. So there's a clear gap and huge cost saving opportunity that we saw, and that was our aha moment that this has to go. When we came to India, everybody had a frustration point or a bad story attached to an e-commerce company that, hey, my package got delayed, I couriered something to this particular company or my home, but it never reached on time, and so on. And that had to end, and that was our aha moment. I think the biggest catalyst came into picture about 3 to 4 months ago when we had our product ready, when everything was set to go live. We had few initial client traction and so on. We were tracking about 50,000 shipments a day, and that's when we got in touch with Reliance's GenNext program. And GenNext Innovation Hub became the biggest catalyst in terms of helping us become a matured business. So although we had some basic product, we had some basic traction, but how to make it enterprise level software, how to make real money to enterprises, how to pitch to customers, how to raise funds, those kind of activities GenNext helped us. And I think we are in just a matter of 3 months, we are in a situation where we are able to go and talk to investors very easily. We have a huge investor network now. We are talking with some of the largest e-commerce companies and largest industries as well. And now I think we are in a very, very good shape to come out with a bang out of this program.